on maybe my fifth book about the ways in which people on the right have been trying to take over America for 50 years. And I've come at it from all different directions. Democracy in Chains follows libertarians and the Koch brothers. I'm in the middle of Opus, which talks about the Catholic Church. We have the white Christian nationals also doing it, Steve Bannon and the populists. And I just think it's important to say that this is sociopathic. We live in a democracy. And the fact that while I've been asleep, trying to recover from the trauma of my mom's suicide and just trying to live my life, I haven't been paying attention to any of this stuff. And the fact that one group of people has been desperately trying to push their opinions, their beliefs, their religions, their values onto everybody in America. And the irony is the whole reason our country exists is for religious freedom. It was because they didn't like that. Our ancestors came here because they didn't like people trying to tell them what to do and what to believe. And here we are with a bunch of crazy Catholics and Leonard Leo and everyone trying to legislate morality on the Supreme Court. It's sociopathic to sit there and it's not conservative. It is regressive politics. As we move forward, as trans kids and gay kids stop killing themselves because they're finally getting accepted in society, they want to push us back. As women are living in freedom, I stayed home with my kids because I wanted to, but I was free to do that, and I was free to go to work. They want us to not have freedom anymore. They want to make us sit at home, no matter how miserable that makes us, no matter how shitty our husbands are, no matter if they can support us or not, right? Just do it. Just have babies and stay home. Just don't be gay. Just don't have unwanted children. Don't have sex if you're not ready to get pregnant. I mean, it's 2025, guys, and I have morals too. I have very ingrained opinions about things. I personally think if you're not wanting to stay home with your children and raise them, you shouldn't have them. That is a deeply held belief that I have because I was born into a family with a mother who didn't want to raise me. So I felt that. Now, the thing is, though, is that's my opinion. And I know that no one else has to agree with me, and I have no right to push that on anybody. That's the difference. In this land that is so free, the land of the free and home of the brave, why the hell do the people on the right think that they have the right to tell us what to do and have the right to stack the courts? The most infuriating thing was when Mitch McConnell said you can't pick a justice in an election year and didn't let Obama pick someone, and then, of course, let Trump. That's the irony. The right, they're the most moral, the most good, and they're the most vicious, the most underhanded, the most evil, right? The Democrats are just all nice and, oh, okay, is that the norm? Okay. And the right, they're ruthless. They have dark money that funds everything. They have an entire news network lying to people and creating a bunch of zombies that can't think for themselves. They undermine our education. Ronald Reagan made higher education so expensive because he was warned that they don't want an educated proletariat. The right, they're a bunch of fucking psychopaths. Not only do they want us to be stupid, they want us to have unwanted children. You know, I'm pro-abortion for a lot of reasons. One of the biggest reasons is that I was an unwanted baby. And my conservative father made my mother have me. They proceeded to ruin my life. Those two people who should never have been parents. And yes, I'm 44 and things turned out okay, but it took me 31 years to get through what my mentally ill parents did to me. And it started by making a woman have a baby she didn't want. So I'm pretty anti that. I'm pro birth control. Perhaps we could allow everyone to have birth control so we avoid the abortions. I don't like abortions either. Who does? Nobody. No woman is super excited to go get an abortion. Okay? I just don't understand how a group of people in America can think they have the right to control everybody. That's what it is. It is controlling us. It is controlling our bodies. It is controlling our minds. And this entire country was established to avoid that because we didn't want to be controlled by a king. And now we're being controlled by corporations. We're being controlled by billionaires. We're being controlled by dark money. And we are sick of it. 90 million of you people who didn't vote, you with me? Yeah, because we are the majority. I am sick of the tyranny of the minority. I'm sorry it took me this long, but I was unable to look outside of myself until recently. Now that I am fully awake and fully engaged, what the actual fuck? Where do I live? What has been happening? Behind the scenes, all these years, scheming, maneuvering to get rid of the New Deal, to get rid of civil rights, to get rid of abortion, to get rid of education. It is psychopathic, sociopathic. I don't know. It's apathic. And I'm done. I'm watching a documentary on the Unabomber. He makes some excellent points. I'm not going to go, I live in the woods already, but I'm not going to go build bombs. I don't believe in violence. I am going to keep speaking up, and I'm going to grow my army here. And we are going to be a nuisance. And we are going to figure out a way to change this. We are going to have a third party that actually listens to people, that is paid for by people, that ignores corporate money. We are going to break up monopolies. We're going to tax the hell out of these billionaires. And if they don't like it, they can go away, because that's fine. We're fine with that. Right, guys? Go ahead. Leave. Good luck. Go make your fortune in India. Go make your fortune in Mexico. I dare you. Yeah. We're going to make housing affordable. We're going to increase the skilled labor force. We're going to put those in high schools so that people can come out as certified plumbers and electricians and carpenters. We're going to make public education wonderful. We're going to make it so strong that no mentally ill people escape through the system. And we're going to make sure that we don't miss any of those future school shooters. We're going to make sure they get the help they need. That's what our public education is going to be. We're going to make higher education affordable again, or free like it used to be. We're going to do that. We are going to not give handouts to people on welfare. If you're able-bodied and you can work, we're going to make sure that you get the therapy and drug treatment or whatever you need to get you there. Because living a useless life at home on the dole isn't a life at all. And rather than just condemn you and shame you and forget about you, we're going to have more services to help you. That's the thing in America. We don't actually service people. We don't actually take care of the needs of our populace, which is why they voted for a monster, because they are so desperate to have their needs met, they believed him. Yeah, so we're going to fix that. We're going to streamline the materials process for building homes. And we're going to get rid of the not in my backyard folks, so people can't complain about multifamily housing going up in their neighborhood, because tough. You don't like it? Move. We are going to build an America that works for all of the people who live here. And if the rich don't like it, there's plenty more places where they can go. But we're going to be a place where you can actually be free. And you won't have rich people trying to legislate morality anymore and ban books and stick the 10 Commandments up in the classroom. No, we're going to actually be the America that our forefathers pretended we had. We didn't. It was a bunch of bullshit. And they knew it because they wanted slavery. Capitalism has always trumped freedom in America. Profits have always trumped the welfare of our population. From the beginning. From the beginning, they said yes to slavery because it was a good market plan. Slavery was a good structure to make money. gave them really good profit margins, all of that free labor. And so they pretended all men were created equal, even though they knew they weren't, because they wrote it. They wrote that men were 3/5 of a person and women were nowhere to be found. We're going to undo it all. I don't know how. We'll figure it out. Project 2025 found lots of ways to ruin it all. We'll call the Constitutional Convention that the right wants, only we'll be running it. We'll dissolve all the parliaments. We'll draw all the districts to actually reflect the population instead of gerrymandering it. Yeah, we'll get rid of all of the Supreme Court justices, the 6 of them from the Federalist Society. Like, how messed up is that? 6 out of 9 from the same conservative psycho tank. It's pretty incredible. Yeah, what else? Oh, public health care. Yeah, we're going to have public health care. Mexico can have, no offense, Mexico. But I mean, they have like cartels running around causing chaos, but yet they still manage to have public health care. So we're going to have public health care. We're going to get rid of the private insurance. Thank you, Luigi, for making it clear to everyone how much we all hate that. And that's it. I'm kind of for getting rid of Social Security a little bit. We can talk about it. If you are taught financial literacy in school and actually learn how to save money, you can make more money on that rather than just handing it to the government. So we'll talk. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we're going to make sure everyone's fed and housed and healthy in America and educated. Educated, healthy, housed, and full. And if they don't like it, they can go tyrannize another country. They've been doing it to ours since the New Deal, ever since a president deigned to take care of the Americans. They have been kicking their feet. Ever since a president dared to give people money, ever since the New Deal, they have been stomping their feet and snorting while taking government money for their own businesses, while our government bailed out banks. They just don't like it when you get money. They take it all the time. But how dare FDR give it to you? You're only the taxpayer. You're only the citizen. You're only the Americans. Makes Musk and Thiel and Murdoch think that they can come in here and just blow it up. They're the immigrants who are causing problems. New party, we're going to get rid of Fox News. We're going to make it illegal for politicians to lie to people. We're going to re-implement the Fair and Balanced Act. Make sure that we can trust the news that we're watching. And we're going to put warning labels on all the podcasters who don't tell the truth. We're going to teach media literacy as well and make sure that every American understands how to tell if someone's lying to them. Because we can't have this happen again. Right?